John, I don't know if you've got a chance to look it over much. I know I tagged you in it. It's right before we went live. John the GOAT, admin over at BTNH Board, he posted up. He posted up an idea. Feels like at least a month ago, to do a bracket style elimination to figure out the best Bone Thugs and Harmony song, and it was a really good idea. He ran with it, and now he has a 4 division bracket up and on BTNH Board right now, and they've been posting it just since we've been live. He's been posting up, and everybody can vote on this. If you're a Bone fan, BTNH Board on Facebook, and you can vote. The bracket looks amazing. We should post a picture of the bracket. We'll at least try to link it. And if you're a Bone fan, you should be voting. You should be on the BTNH Board voting, because this is phenomenal. Did you get excited when you saw this?
This was so cool, man. I mean, the artwork on it, the way it looks. I mean, this is legit as heck. And what a great idea! And how has this not happened until this point? This idea is superb, and like the selections just make you say, "Wow, okay," And I think we should try this out right now. I mean, we don't have to do all 4 brackets, but I think we ought to bracket this bitch up. You want to do one of these brackets?
Yeah, I'll do one. I love that John did. I don't know if John or whoever, maybe the board.
He's giving props. He's saying Mark Bernard created it. So great idea
the art,
to Mark Bernard.
The art, or who came? I thought it was John's idea, and maybe Mark did the art. Whoever, I don't know. Maybe a combination.
Well, he says here it is. It's the BTNH bracket. Feel free to print it out and complete it and post it. And he wanted to give a huge shout out to Mark Bernard for creating this for us. Excellent job, my dude.
Yeah, I think he did the art, because I remember seeing John post about the bracket itself. But either way, Mark and John, it seems like they collabed on it. It's amazing. John's been posting just since we've been online. Anybody that's a member of the BTNH Board can get in there and vote. And I know what I'm voting for. But yeah, I would do a bracket right now. Pick a fucking bracket. I'll do that.
I almost wish that the only thing that would have made this better is if this would have came out last month during NCAA basketball March Madness. But where everyone's doing the brackets, but we'll take the bracket a month later in April.
I think when I see John's page, I think he's a big NCAA fan or something. So I think that's where it probably came from. He was probably in the middle of March Madness and was like, "Yo, we need a Bone one," and it's a fucking good idea.
This is such a good idea. So yeah, let's try this out. Which bracket do you want to do?
I'm down with whatever. I think that Eternal one is good. The Eternal one, I think, is the one he's posting up and doing right now.
Okay. All right. So Days of Our Lives versus and Days of Our Lives is in the number 1 spot versus the number 16 ranked Ghetto Cowboy.
Yeah. It says a lot, because Ghetto Cowboy's got to be the number 1 Mo Thug song of all time.
Yeah,
but
how are we vote? Like, what's the criteria of the vote here? Is it just like which track you like better?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just which one you like better, and mine's Days of Our Lives, obviously.
You go. Okay. Well, I'm going with Ghetto Cowboy. So
really.
I'm thinking. Wait, let me think about this. I'm trying to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I played both of those songs so bad that I could live without ever hearing either of them again, because it's been so many times. But
see, I just don't feel like that about Days of Our Lives at all.
When that came out, I was talking about it earlier. That with the Do or Die and with the Crucial Conflict was just like, that was the repeat. And then what I remember too, I that came, and then Shoot 'Em Up came, and it was hard to get your hands on the Great White Hype soundtrack. But they used to, because they didn't play Shoot 'Em Up on the radio, but they played Days of Our Lives on the radio every single day. That's why I'm kind of like, it was ad nauseum. The only thing that made Days of Our Lives kind of cool was that there was the version that had the Tender Love at the beginning. You know how
Oh,
it's like kind of like
intro.
two songs in one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the radio only just played it when the body of the song kicked in. You normally didn't hear the full intro.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you would, but not always. But
Well, we can come back to that one if we're not ready to pick on that one. We'll go to the next. We'll go to the next one. We'll come back to that one. That one's a big one. I think Ghetto Cowboy is the 16 seed. By the way, is a little unfair in my opinion. But
yeah, and that's a good battle too. I mean, really, Days of Our Lives versus Ghetto Cowboy. That's
yeah, I think that's
that's almost
pick.
as good as your. You basically had your own bracket when you were offering people choices on what they wanted the first giveaway to be.
Yeah.
And what do you know? It was Ghetto Cowboy.
It was Ghetto Cowboy. We'll come back to that one. The next one was Remember Yesterday, which is their number 8 seed versus the I Tried, which is the number 9 seed.
I'm going with I Tried all day. I mean, Remember Yesterday, that was like on Behind the Harmony, right?
No, I think that was on like the Thugs, like the Bone Thugs album.
Oh, THUGS? Yeah. I'm with I Tried. I'm one of those people that actually liked I Tried. I know a lot of people thought it was too commercialized.
No, I like I Tried a lot. I thought I Tried was fucking phenomenal.
Okay, so I Tried advances to round 2.
Yeah.
And then we got the number 6. Was that 5? That's the number 5 seed, Resurrection Paper versus the number 12 seed, Nation of Thugs. Nation of Thugs. What is that? What am I? Is that like the intro of the THUGS album? What's Nation of Thugs? I'm drawing a blank on that.
Yeah, it's on THUG.
Okay, that's like when they're all talking, right? I think. Well, I mean, it almost feels like if that's the song I think of, it's like an intro versus an actual song. So
no, it's a long song. It's I got no love for the law. You know that shit.
That's the song. Okay, well, I'm still going with Resurrection over Nation of Thugs because
I am too. It's a good song, but it's not Resurrection Paper for sure. So that's the move on.
Look at this next one is hard, bro. This next one, number 4, the introduction against So High.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can you choose, man? How can you choose?
Easy. It's the introduction. So High is dope, but it's not doper than the introduction. No fucking way.
Yeah, no way. You're right.
No way. I mean, it's dope. If So High was up against something else, it'd be a harder pick. You know what I mean? It'd be a way harder pick because I think So High is dope as fuck. Like I remember hearing that like the first time, and it was really like, wow, it was great, but not against the introduction. The introduction beats its ass.
And that's the Too True with Crazy Bone, right?
Yeah.
So High.
Yeah.
Or is that? Oh, We Could All Get High was the one with the brat. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is a great song. But yeah, the introduction. I mean, the introduction. I think I picked that as my most favorite Bone song of all time. So
yeah,
I'm going with the introduction
as
well.
Yep, same here.
What we got next?
I hope you're keeping track in some way.
Yeah. I'm writing these down.
Okay, dope. Okay, so the next one up after the introduction versus So High is the number 6 seed, which is Mr. Bill Collector versus the number 11 seed, Whom Da They Lie.
Now, Whom Da They Lie, was that the song that was missing on the cassette tape for The Art of War?
I think that was Evil Paradise, maybe. I don't remember now.
Okay.
One of them.
See, I feel bad for any song that goes up against an Eternal song. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm going with Mr. Bill Collector. I mean, hands down, Eternal.
Yeah, I also got to do. That. I like Whom Da They Lie, but like, it's not better than Mr. Bill Collector.
You know, man, I've said this like probably 3 times on the show, but the Tray the Truth, Stay Trill with Crazy Bone, where it sounds like Mr. Bill Collector.
Yeah,
that song just hits so hard in the car. The bass on that is just phenomenal.
Yeah, but it's dope.
Mr.
I love that shit.
All right, so we got number 3, Handle the Vibe versus number 14, Weed Song.
Yeah.
I think we know who's going to win this one.
Yeah, Handle the Vibe.
Yep. And again, it's like, Weed Songs from Resurrection going against a Art of War era. It feels like,
Yo,
I don't know, it just
and
feels unfair.
just so you know, like I know that was just like such a fucking easy, just like duh pick, to you and I, but they're really going
Yeah.
at it on the board right now. I think it's like 14-16, in the voting. Oh, okay, it's jumped up a lot since I looked. Handle the Vibes up 27-17, but Weed Song's got 17 votes, but it's
Wow.
updated a lot. Yeah, so they're going at it right now. But yeah, handle the Vibe all day.
All right. And we got number 7 ranked Body Rot versus number 10 Just Vibe.
I like Just Vibe a lot,
Wow.
but it's not going to beat Body Rot.
Yeah, Just Vibe I think was on the Best Buy version of Strength and Loyalty. Like I don't think it came natively. You had to buy the Best Buy version, if I
I,
remember
I,
correctly.
I thought, yeah, because I thought it was a Strength and Loyalty cut, but it did make it as like a bonus track, right?
Yeah, there was multiple versions of Strength and Loyalty, which drove me nuts because I think I owned like 3 copies, and I think I sent them all to you
Well,
eventually.
well, they do that shit a lot, like where they'll fucking, like Best Buy has a bonus track that like Walmart doesn't have and shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I wound up. I remember winding up with a couple versions, and I think I even bought one. I think it was like if you bought it online, it came with another track as well. But
Well,
just vibe.
just
I really like Just Vibe, but it's not. It's not even coming close to Body Rot.
no, fuck no. It doesn't even like, it's just like we were saying, earlier. Like, I mean, if it was just Vibe versus So High, I guess So High would beat that too. But it's like, no way against Body Rot. No fucking way. Body Rot all
No. Yeah. All right, and to wrap up the round 1 of the bracket, it is Notorious Thugs versus Waves from New
day.
Waves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Again, unfair. That's such a unfair matchup. That's like Michael Jordan and the Bulls going against the Charlotte Hornets or something.
I
So
don't know. Like, are you a fan? Like, I always push the song "Ruthless" from New
yeah,
Waves. I love that song. Um,
yeah. No, I love Ruthless as well. Well, although when we were filming Misery, Brother Clay kept playing Ruthless like on repeat. That and Cocaine Love, and there was another track. But I remember I heard Ruthless like it was like we'd listen to Misery, and then right after that it'd be Ruthless, and then Misery and Ruthless. And so I got my share of Ruthless on that journey, but it's
see,
definitely a cool song. But it's
I guess
nowhere.
that one, yeah, that one would be
It's not
closer
even.
for me for Notorious Thugs, but still, Notorious Thugs. I mean, you know, I'm surprised
I mean,
Notorious Thugs isn't the number 1 seed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, when if it comes down to it, I mean, I'm letting you know right now, Notorious Thugs is taking Days of Our Lives out the box, but um, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the bracketology goes.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Now back up to the top. You just said that Notorious Thugs will be Days of Our Lives. It
Yeah,
sounds like you're sold on Days of Our Lives over Ghetto Cowboy.
I'm going. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to. I could concede if you really wanted Days of Our Lives, I could concede to that because I mean, I'd still probably rather hear Ghetto Cowboy than Days of Our Lives, and I'm probably the only one. But I'll concede Days of Our Lives just for the exercise.
I, don't-
I,
I don't
I could roll with that.
I don't even love Ghetto Cowboy like that. I felt way out of the loop during Ghetto Cowboy, like how much people loved it.
Well, yeah, no. Once the mainstream took over Ghetto Cowboy, that kind of made it not as good. But like that first week of having, it was just the production quality of it. I was blown away at how good it sounded, and it was back to back. I think with all good. So I was
Yeah.
just happy it was unique and original. In past episodes we were talking about that originality, and they hit another home run with just going way out of the box. I mean, way out of the box with Ghetto Cowboy and delivering, a classic. So I think Ghetto Cowboy is a better song, but Days of Our Lives, millions of people love that one. So, If you're liking Days of Our Lives, we'll throw that
I,
one for the bracket.
I can't see Days of Our Lives being over Ghetto Cowboy. I can't see it.
Okay.
Or Ghetto Cowboy being
I
over
think
Days of Our Lives.
I think most people would agree with you on that. So, yeah. All right. So now round two is Days of Our Lives versus I Tried.
Days. Um. I mean,
And
it's got to
I'm
be Days of Our Lives still. I mean,
you think so? Because I tried put Bone back on the map. But overall, what makes Days of Our Lives good is that it's like a two-part song. You have that intro, and then you have the whole track. So
yeah. I just,
yeah,
I mean, I Tried is good. It's great. Okay, but like, Days of Our Lives has fucking Busy on it. It's just that Days of Our Lives has a unique sound. Um, that I mean,
and
it
it kept
embodies what Bone Harmony is about.
yeah, and I think what people liked about you know there's always that desire to go back to the old Bone style, and that is that Days of Our Lives is a Bone track where it wasn't verse chorus like I Tried is verse chorus, whereas Days of Our Lives the verses kind of blend together. Where Wishbone comes in, well, they won't get me in time. Fucking with Bone and like that, we rhyme. So Days of Our Lives had that same original Bone vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Days of Our Lives is a better. I Tried to probably produce better, but Days of Our Lives more complete. It's a more complete song.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
good battle though.
it is a good battle. I mean, I still think Days of Our Lives is all day.
Because see, Days of Our Lives and I Tried were both singles, so I feel like that was a fair battle versus like Nation of Thugs and So High. Those weren't really singles. Neither was Whom Die They Lie. It's kind of hard to judge, but yeah, okay. Days of Our Lives advances on to the next round, and the next part of round two is the introduction versus Mr. Bill Collector. Wow. Wow.
Really? That's how that worked out?
Yeah, because I Tried beat out. I Tried was against Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives advances, and then we go to the next bracket. Oh, I'm sorry. It's
No.
Resurrection.
Yeah, yeah,
My
okay.
bad. My bad. Resurrection versus the introduction.
Yeah, well, I mean it's the introduction for me. No shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
same here.
all
I
day.
think a lot of people will probably say Resurrection, but I'm going with the introduction. But keep in mind, the Resurrection has all five members. If you have, well, no, Flesh is just in memory at the end. Depends on what. Isn't there like a version with Flesh at the end?
Of Resurrection?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Flesh,
Is it,
Flesh, we
it
in the flesh.
I don't,
Yeah, harmony. Yeah, I think there's a version with
I
Flesh.
mean, yeah, 'cause-
100,000. Yeah, Flesh is on it. There's a version with Flesh,
yeah,
if not the album version.
he just must not
So
be in in the in the fucking video, obviously.
right, right. So all right, yeah, I'd say the introduction beats Resurrection. So yeah, so the introduction advances, and then the next bracket, the next stage is Mr. Bill Collector versus Handle the Vibe.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah. I'm going with Mr. Bill Collector because as awesome as Handle the Vibe is, as I was saying earlier, I don't like I was over the Boogie Down Productions beat by the time that song came out, and I thoroughly loved the instrumental to Mr. Bill Collector.
Wow, I am still on Handle the Vibe,
Wow.
Mr. Bill Collector. But you gave in on that Days of Our Lives, so it kills me, but I can give in on this.
I'm curious to see how people would feel about that. To see if they go Handle the Vibe or Mr. Bill Collector. I think
Mr. Bill Collector is probably the more like, Bone fans are gonna pick that one.
Yeah. Handle the Vibe is dope, but Mr. Bill Collector, I mean it's so the beat is just it's so hypnotic. So all right, Mr. Bill Collector advances. Okay, cool trade off. We traded Days of Our Lives or Ghetto Cowboy for Bill Collector. So then the final battle of this round 2 is Body Rot versus Notorious Thugs. Man, that is a battle right there.
Versus Notorious Thugs.
Man,
that's great.
Man,
that's good.
I'm gonna go with Notorious Thugs, but I know that's a battle right there. Body Rot and Notorious Thugs.
That is
Notorious
good.
Thugs is just so voluminous, but that beat for Body Rot was really hot.
I will have to go Notorious Thugs.
Okay.
Got it. Body Rot's great.
Yeah. So now we're in round 3. I can't believe Body Rot got kicked out of the playoffs here. We're in round 3, and it's Days of Our Lives versus The Introduction.
Woo!
Yeah. Now that one's hard to judge.
Woo!
Man, I mean, I know for myself, I'd rather hear The Introduction than Days of Our Lives. It's so hard, right? It's like,
that's wild.
Yeah.
What? Skip that one for a second. What's the next one?
All right, it's Mr. Bill Collector versus Notorious Thugs.
Notorious Thugs.
Yeah, I agree. So Notorious wins that round. In fact, I think, realistically, Days of Our Lives beats The Introduction. Because
I agree. I think it has to. I mean,
yeah, realistically, I mean.
But I mean, the introduction is fucking good. But it's not, because it's not a song, and because Days of Our Lives is it's 2 songs, and both are good. Like it has to win.
Yeah. If we were doing this as on who wins, if these were basketball teams, Days of Our Lives probably beats The Introduction in the basketball game. So watch this. It's number 1 versus number 2 in the final, in the conference final, in the Eternal Conference Final. It is number 1 Days of Our Lives versus number 2 Notorious Thugs.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
And this feels like a real conference final.
Yeah.
Best of the best, the 1 and 2 seeds. And it's easy for me. I'm like Notorious Thugs all day. I'm just not a Days of Our Lives guy.
It's not like super easy for me, but it is going to be Notorious Thugs for me.
Okay. So the Eternal Conference champion is Notorious Thugs. And that's Beyond the Harmony nominates Notorious Thugs for the Eternal Conference champion.
Yeah. So and that's on BTNHBoard on Facebook. The votes are up right now, and it's it's a fucking great idea. That was fun. I like that. That was cool.
It was.
We'll have to see if we can do some. I'd like to do them all, but they take a while.
Yeah. Maybe next time I don't know, we'll have a next time, but maybe we'll do an episode just on the Bone Bracket, because had we known, like this came out as we went live, had we known, maybe we would have done the whole show on the bracket.
Yeah, I would have done the whole show for sure. Why the fuck not? It's too good not to. So. Beyond the harmony for the fans, we celebrate. Uploading the videos every Thursday, so join us.